Non-metallic materials include what? You guys in meeting or not? So what are the
Yes, sir.
non-metallic materials? What are the non-metallic materials?
Which is not metal.
Huh?
Polymer, composite,
Hmm. Then, then,
Everything
plastic,
except
huh?
everything except metallic material.
Just tell me the name. In the exam, you should not write like this, right? Everything except metallic materials.
So
So,
all the composites like ceramics, polymers, materials which are
ceramics is
hydrogen.
not coming under composites. Okay. You should know the difference between composite and normal material. Okay. So composite is a mixture of two or more materials. Okay. One should be basic matrix, another one will be reinforcement. If both are not available, that is called alloy. Okay. So you should have the difference between alloy to composite. Very simple terminology I'm telling. Then you guys have some napkin and mixtures and other things, right? Okay, mixtures of something groundnut and some badam and other things will be in napkin, right? So if you are taking time, you can separate everything from the napkin, the collections. Okay, that is called composites. But in alloy, it's like a tea. You have to add some decoction with the milk, and you have to add the sugar with the milk. After certain time, everything will be mixed properly. You will get a name tea. But it is very difficult to separate the decoction, milk, and sugar from the tea. Okay, that is called alloys.
Sir,
But tell me.
sir, can the mixture of cement, gravel, and water can be called as composite?
Yes, those things are composite only.
Acha, okay, sir.
Actually, cement is not a single material. You should know. They have adding some
Yes, sir.
accelerator, hardener.
So it is a chemical mixture of some more
So
materials.
that's what I'm telling. If anything is a single element, we call that as a material. Okay, the silica, the sand itself, it's a material. It's not a composite. Clay, that's a material. Plastics, it's a material. Okay, if you are making any reinforcement in the matrix, then we call that as a composite. If both materials are mixing together, one will be the base, another one will be a mixture, that we call alloy. That's a simple examples I'm giving. That's nothing but alloy is nothing but like a making a tea. Initially we have raw material like milk, sugar, decoction separately. Once you are mixed together, you will get a nice combination with nice color and sweety tea. Once tea is prepared, you cannot separate those basic ingredients. That is called alloy. But in composite it is possible, but if you are going through the same and tem and other examinations, it is possible to differentiate between which one is the matrix, which one is the reinforcement. But in alloy it is very difficult because everything is mixed together. Okay, these are the basic difference between alloy, composite and normal material. Okay, now tell me the group name of non-metallic materials, a few group names.
It's halogens.
Eh, I'm just asking, not that group name. Plastics, ceramics, and any other things else? Non-metallics, plastics and ceramics. Anything else? Okay, just leave it.
So woods,
Hmm. Huh?
woods,
Which one?
sir, woods,
Wood.
used in
Actually,
carpentry.
wood is an composite. I think wood they are telling nowadays it's a composite because
Yes,
it's
sir.
having lignin, hemicellulose, cellulose, bectin.
Yes, sir. Then paints,
Which ones?
paints.
I have no idea. So okay, leave it. So major classification for non-metallic materials are plastic and ceramics. Usually you can take it. So most of the books also you will have the write up in connection with the plastics and metallic there's ceramics. Okay. So Let us check the properties of ceramics and plastics upcoming slides. Now another classification is metallic materials, and you know that two major category, ferrous materials and non-ferrous material. Please kindly give some example for ferrous materials. 5-6 material at least. Ferrous materials.
Iron.
Cast iron, stainless steel,
Hmm. Cast iron, stainless steels, then
low carbon iron, stainless steel,
widely, do you know widely used engineering material from ferrous? Everywhere it was used.
carbon, high carbon steel.
Mhm. Not. It's called mild steel. Mild steel is used everywhere. What are the construction you're seeing nearby your home and other things are made by mild steel. Mild mean very enough amount or little bit amount only we have added. It's not a low carbon steel. It's a mild steel. Mild means little bit amount we are adding. So, okay. So for other special purpose only we are going for stainless steel. Okay. Then super duplex stainless steels and duplex stainless steels.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, low carbon steel and mild steel are different.
Let me check the composition when we are discussing about ferrous materials. Okay.
Okay,
It is
sir.
just introduction part only, right? Okay. So where I left? Okay. So depend upon the purpose. We are having the tool steels. Okay. HSS, etc. But everything is coming under the category of ferrous materials. So non-ferrous materials. Any examples? Non-ferrous materials.
gold, silver,
So copper.
Okay.
Brass.
Okay, just tell me with
aluminum,
some application. Tell me with its property and with its application.
So copper is used to make wires.
Okay, so what is a property? Wire means you should tell one property also, right? Hmm.
Ductility, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
The
brass
standard
is used for musical instruments and certain instruments because it is corrosion resistant.
okay. Then
Brass is used in gas burner.
which one? Who is bluffing behind?
Sir, brass is used in gas burner.
Okay, okay.
so
So
aluminium, sir. Aluminium is
okay,
widely used in aircraft industry.
okay. So what is the use of gold? Gold.
So ornamental works.
Huh?
Ornamental works, sir.
Okay. Actually, gold is the
Sir,
best
it is also
materials.
used in.
For
Okay.
aerospace application, gold is the best materials. Okay. It have the capacity to stop or absorb the radiations. It may act as a radiation shield. And if you've seen the most of the equipments, it was covered by uh, gold plates only to prevent the machine from radiations when they are going to space. Okay. But commercially, we Indian peoples are making jewels and we are wearing in the gold. Okay. So non-metallic materials, something we have told. Okay, the best and major categories are ceramics and plastics only. And at that only we have small classifications: wood, leather, rubber, etc. Okay, so wood, and you guys are know that wood having low cost, economical, it easily available. Okay, and weight is also less, strength also less. Okay, then maintenance, yes, we have to do maintenance. Otherwise, what will happen? If you are not maintaining the wood product properly, what will happen?
It will get rot.
Okay, then what about the biological factors? Hot, rainy season, moisture content, and other things. What will be its impact?
It will get soggy.
Okay, then whether it may be destroyed by any bugs.
Yes.
Hmm. So in order to prevent the wood materials, you have to put some coatings, paint or varnish, you have to apply it. Okay, and direct exposure to atmosphere elements, it's not recommended. That's what all the furnitures which is used inside the homes are fabricated by wood, and they have long life. If you have put it in the outside, it is severely damaged by the environmental condition, whether summer or winter or rainy season monsoon. Okay, the moisture contents available in the atmosphere, those things also easily destroy the wood products. And we have some bugs, they are willing to eat wood products for their survival, and you know that name. Okay, so we have to make the paint or varnish to prevent it. Okay, no problem. It's coming under the category of renewable energy. Okay, and glass. So tell me some interesting properties of glass. Up to your
Sir,
knowledge,
it
no
is
problem. Hmm.
transparent.
Okay.
Sir,
Then,
it is amorphous.
huh?
Amorphous solid.
Okay. It is transparent. Then some properties. You
It
just
is
tell.
brittle.
Hmm?
It is brittle and it is quite easy to mold or
Hmm.
cast.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So where we are going to use?
Sir, usually it is corrosion resistant, so we can use for for handling chemicals or corrosive chemicals.
There is one chemical we should not store it in the glass materials. Do you know the name?
So fluorides,
Sir,
the fluorides.
Yeah, fluorine, fluoride acid,
yes.
fluoric acid. Yes. So you have to store it in the plastics. Except that all the chemicals you can store it in the glass. Okay. So tell me some commercial applications.
Sir, in windows of house and different vehicles.
Okay, so what is the necessary? Windows and other things, what is necessary?
Say it
What is the
helps
property?
to say it prevents some harmful radiations.
Do you think do you think
Sir,
glass
it
will
allows
protect?
sunlight
So
to pass.
first let me tell one thing. This window making windows and other things by using glass. So where we are using, in hill station or normal places? Warm place or hill station where we are mostly using glass materials?
Sir, hill station mostly
Okay,
to what?
why now you correlate the properties with the question why.
Sir, let's in the radiation from outside, but it doesn't let the radiation from inside to escape.
Okay, so some other properties also I'm expecting. Think about engineer way.
Sir, it lets higher wavelength. Sorry,
Why
lower wavelength
okay,
to
so
enter.
you told that it's transparent, right? So in
Yes,
hill
sir.
station, it is very difficult to catch the sunlight. If you are putting the windows, doors on the wood or some other materials, wood means it is very difficult to maintain the properties in hill station because it's always having moisture contents. Okay, humidity also somewhat sufficient. It's cold. Okay, so if there is any small crack or anything happen, the wood material will be damaged. So the best alternate material is glass. Okay, it is transparent, so it can allow the sunlight to reach inside the room. One second, if you are staying inside the glass room, you will feel that it is so hot and compared to outside. Is it true or not?
Yes, sir.
Instead of sitting in a concrete room, if you are sitting
Yes, sir.
inside the glass room, you will feel that not a classroom, glass. Okay, if you will feel more heat, you may feel that temperature was somewhat higher than the outside. Okay, so these are all the some properties why we are using glass materials to make windows and doors in the hill station. And one application you told, store the chemical elements. Okay, and wind shielding, in it's transparent, so in the cars and other automobiles we are using glass material as a wind shielding, but actually we are not using a single glass is brittle in nature, so it's a composite material. We are going to make laminate layers. two glass materials are joined together. In between, we are going to put one plastic sheet. That also in fully transparent. Plastic also transparent. If you want, you can add colors. Okay. So in between that, we are putting that plastic sheet and we are going for heat treatment. Okay. So what will happen? The glass materials will stick with the plastic material so that it will not break. If anything is hitting on the glass shield, it will not break easily. It will give some strength. Okay, so if you not believing my word, just go to nearest automobile repairing shop. If any windshield or something is broken, just check it. In between two glass materials, you will find one transparent plastic sheet. Okay, so you have to correlate the property with applications. Okay, then only you'll become good engineer in material science as well as manufacturing process. Okay, and blow molding is the best option for molding its components. Next, we are going for rubber, and don't say that eraser. Okay, it's rubber. So from where we are getting the rubbers? From chemicals or directly from the tree? Where is the source?
Sir, both.
So from
Uh,
trees.
both.
Trees. Okay, okay. So rubber is taken from tree. Okay. Now tell me some properties. It's already in the slide, and you have to correlate the property with some applications. Okay. Take your own time and tell one or two properties with applications. Then slowly we'll go to next slide.
Sir, it is used for um, gaskets, etc. in because it stretches, and once it comes back to its original shape, then it can easily prevent any fluid from flowing back.
Okay. 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 Then any other properties?
It is an insulator, electrical insulator, so it is also used in electric equipments.
Electric equipments, insulator, electric equipments. Okay. Okay. Then
It is easy to bend, so it may be used in uh, um, pipes, etc.
so okay.
Hoses, rubber hoses.
Okay, so okay. Let me tell your friend told that it's insulators. Okay, I accepted. You can use it, and it's the best shock absorbers. Okay, it's having that property. So that only what we are doing. I told you windshield and other things in the buses. If you see the windows or windshield front side, and the glass material is fitted to the frame. In between we have the rubber materials. It should be in black color. Most of the time you may seen because we love to sit on the window side. It was fitted with that car body by using this rubber liners only. So that only bus is going on normal road, or if any up and downs are coming and speed breakers are coming, some shock will be happen. So those shocks will be adjust or absorbed by the rubber so that the glasses are stable. Otherwise, what will happen? Glass will be broken and we have to change the glass after every trip in the buses and other things. Okay, and you told about the gasket and everything. The same thing. It is able to deform. Okay, it is having flexibility. It is able to deform into any shapes. After removing the load, it will come back to original shape. So in the gas tank and other things, there should be, because top side and bottom side will be in metallic materials, so there must be in small gaps so that steam will be escaped. If steam is escaping, you will not get the product as and time. Okay, it took more time. So in order to prevent that, we are using rubber as a gasket. Okay, so what rubber will do, it will go and occupy these spaces, the small spaces. If necessary, it will deform. So once you are removing the load, and it will come back to original shape. That's it. Okay, and told about the flexibility. Yes, it is flexibility so that we are making the hoses. So if it is flexible, so that in the room, in anywhere you can shift it, any shape you can make a deformation and you can perform your duties. That's it. So it is easily damaged. Okay, so outside we need some protective layers. Sometimes plastics or other composite material, chopped sand fiber may be placed over the surface so that it will not easily destroyed or damaged by the external factors. Okay, most of the time in the welding workshops you may see in there the rubber hoses and other things, but it was always covered by third party elements. Okay, And tires, that also manufactured from the rubbers only. Okay. And leathers, most of the time you may know this thing. So any properties, any applications with leather, if you know.
So durability.
Durability. Okay. So how you going to correlate that one?
So it's like the skin of the animals mostly. So
When we are
sometimes
going for
so
processing,
it's
okay, we are doing lot of processing.
yes. Sir.
Then we are taking
So
leather out.
so it has life, sir. We treat with chemicals, so increase the surface resistance also of so
Okay.
it we maximize its life.
Okay. So tell me some applications and in connection with its property. Any applications with the leather?
The
Hmm.
leather is heat insulated, so that in winter seasons and many things
Hmm.
we use it.
Leather jackets.
The
Okay.
jackets, yes, sir.
So okay. So you guys are studied automobile engineering or design of transmission elements?
No, sir.
Design of transmission elements? Design of machine elements?
So we are studying that right now.
Okay, okay. Automobile engineering?
So we know a little bit, but we don't have a subject.
Okay, maybe last semester or upcoming semester. Okay, just okay. Okay. So in automobiles, we have one component named clutch. Do you guys know?
Yes, sir. We have studied about
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
what is the purpose?
So it
Clutch.
is used to disengage the engine from the drive. What do we say?
Okay, okay.
Drivetrain,
So,
sir. Drivetrain.
okay, actually, it is not only for disengaging, engaging also. So assume that if you
Yes,
are
sir.
riding the bike, if you want to speed up, you can use the clutch, you can change the gear. Then when you are releasing the clutch, that gear exactly going to mate with the rotating part or which is covered from the engine. That means engaging. Disengaging means if you want to reduce the speed, you're going to reduce the gear from 4 to 1. Right, that is called disengaging. So in the fabrication of yeah, clutch, we are using leathers. Okay, we cannot use some other materials because one part which is coming out from the engine is going to rotate, another one is going to slowly engage with the rotating part. If you are using metallic and ceramics, it is very difficult. Wear will be more and it will damage. Okay, so that only we are using leather materials, not it will be a liner, leather liner on the disc, clutch disc. Okay, so that will be we are getting the smooth engage. If you want, don't try this thing. Plus if anyone is saying trying this thing, just watch it. Okay, if you are put half clutch and you change the gear into first or second, you drive for some length, then you will get some nice smell from your two-wheeler. That means leather is started burning. Because keep on touching with the rotating part means the temperature will be increased and leather will be burned. Okay, so that is the best usage of leather. It's kind of medium wear resistance. Okay, that's okay. It's flexible. Okay, it is used to make the interiors of automobiles and your home decorations, etc. Okay, that's it. So plastics we already studied in manufacturing process. So just tell me some properties and other things. One property with one example. It will be over, and most of the properties are in the slide. Just correlate it and tell me.
Sir, it is corrosion resistant,
Mm.
so can be used to store varieties of chemicals,
Mm.
and it has got it is quite it is a bad conductor of heat, so it can be used um, for insulating certain objects.
Okay.
Also, it can be colored into bright colors. So
Okay.
can be used for various purposes.
Okay.
Then it can be made transparent as well as opaque.
Okay. So
It is
what is the
durable. It is very
usage?
durable.
Okay, let this property be with plastic. So what is the usage of this property?
So we can use the opaque property, like we can put the colors to prevent direct sunlight from the chemicals if we store in it.
Okay. So some
And
techniques. Yeah.
due to lightweight, sir, we can make containers. It has durability, so the container weight is not itself. We can store heavy materials in it, sir.
Actually,
So
there is some
it's
properties called strength to weight ratio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you should think about that one. Okay, this is load carrying capacity of plastic is not that much good. If it is good, why the automobiles are not produced in plastics? Because in automobiles, self weight is the biggest issue. Okay, so imagine if one locomotive, that is train engine, have the capacity to pull up to 1200 ton, but the every coaches and engine weight itself, it occupies 60% of the load. So that is a restriction. And flight also, if it is constructed by lightweight materials, it can fly easily here and there, low fuel cost. Otherwise we have to give more fuel to push up its own weight first, then then remaining things will give it to payload. So tell me whether plastics are having the more load carrying capacity or not. That is strength. What about the strength?
So they have less load carrying capacity, but because they are easy to produce and cheap, so that is why most industries prefer them.
That's what we are not able to replace most of the materials with plastics. We are trying our best, but we are unable to replace 100%. Okay, the seats or floors may be fabricated in the plastics, but not all the things. And the second one is
Sir, is it good to replace? Hello, sir. Sir, is it good to replace all the material with plastic?
We can't. That's what I'm telling. We can't.
No, we can't is another thing. Is it good for the environment?
Environment, we can reuse the plastics. There is two types of plastics are available. If you are using recyclable plastics, that is good. Otherwise, it is waste. Plastic destroying the world.
Sir, what percentage of plastic are usable? Do you have any idea?
No. Actually, if you are there is two categories of plastics, right? Okay. One
So
is the
thermosetting and
thermosetting and thermoplastics. Okay. Thermosettings is the best example for Bakelite, which having good electrical resistivity. Most of the switches are used to fabricate Bakelite, but nowadays it was fabricated by fibers and other things. Okay, but previous days, on those days we are using Bakelite. Once you are heating, it will set up to some shape or preset shape. After that, it won't react. That's it. That is waste.
Sir, at present, like, what is the percentage of recyclable plastic in the environment? Sir, any idea?
I don't know, man. Remember, we are not studying the environment engineering. We are studying the material science. Okay. Okay, so embrittlement with age, that's another property you should know with plastic materials. Okay, for metallic materials, okay, their strength will be unique today, tomorrow, or 10 years later also. But for plastics, can you able to say the same word?
No, sir.
So imagine that you are purchasing one water can while joining the BTech program. So at the end, 4-year end, will it be like this as a fresh piece? No, it's getting age, so it will be damaged. Okay, so it's lightweight, is absolutely, so that only we are always carrying here and there. Okay, and resistant to corrosion, yes, I accepted. Transparent opaque, that also I accepted. Good accuracy, yes, because there is no word, we can't use the word thermal expansion with plastics. Okay, most of the times. And room temperature, not with elevated temperature, at room temperature, or up to plus or minus some degree. Okay, there is no word. Okay, it having good dimensional stability. So if you are heating a little bit, okay, 45 or 60 degree above, it will lose its property. You cannot use it plastic for high temperature or medium temperature applications. Only with the normal temperature we can use, that is laboratory temperature or room temperature applications, we can use it. It's best and good, but its wear resistance is very less. That sure you have to accept, because simply putting the plastic bottles inside your bag, you carry the water bottle for 1 week or 1 month, later you see the surface of the plastics, you will see some scratches. Okay, so less wear resistance. Okay, that's it. So these are all the properties with plastics, and that's what thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics. Some of the attractive examples. Now we have the word composites. So composite, there is two things you should remember. One is the base material or barren material or matrix. Another one will be reinforcement. Reinforcement may be any shape or any material. It is not necessary to be a particle or a line, okay, or maybe a chopped stand or anything. Reinforcement will be anything or any materials. Okay, so we have major three classification with PMC. Another one is metal matrix composite, but that also I mentioned as a PMC, that's wrong. Okay, and last one is a ceramic matrix composite. So polymer matrix means the matrix will be polymer and we are going to add some other materials. Okay, e-glass fiber or banana fiber, etc. You can add as a reinforcement. That's what we are getting, polymer matrix composites. So in metal matrix, you may use aluminum, and you can use the reinforcement powders in name of graphite, silicon, etc. so that we can alter the wear properties of aluminum. Okay. Another one is ceramic matrix composite. Nowadays we are using zirconium oxides and other things to replacement of our teeth and etc. Okay, and there is one best ceramic materials is available. Okay, that composites is very much useful in fabrication of any materials and machining, not fabrication, machining purpose. Do you know that name? The best ceramic matrix composites which is used in machining.
Sir, is that silica?
Which one? Silica is a single material or ceramic matrix?
Sir,
Okay,
I'm
just
just guessing. I don't know exactly.
no problem, no problem. Just search it. Search it. Okay, then tell me
Okay.
which is the best cutting tool materials and which is also manufactured by ceramics. So ceramics are always having high thermal resistance, but still if you are making a ceramic matrix composite which can be used for beyond its limit. Okay, in the rocket, the bottom side, okay, we have the thrust. On the side we have some cone shape or taper shape, some components are available. That is also fabricated by ceramics. And the front side, the front tip, that also manufactured by ceramics, because it will tear the air and it will flare, right? During that time, due to the resistance, some heats will be produced. So normal material cannot withstand, but ceramics can withstand. So that also fabricated by ceramics composites. Okay. So as I told, polymer matrix is a polymer. So there is three types of polymer matrix are available. One is vinyl, no, general purpose resin. Okay, so orthopatholic resin, something they will tell you, can take as a general purpose resin. Okay, second one is the vinyl ester, and third one is the, I forget that nice name, epoxy. So high cost is epoxy and low cost is nothing but medium cost is vinyl ester, low cost one is that polymer matrix normal. Okay, orthopatholic resin or general purpose resin. So reinforcement may be anything, e-glass fiber, artificial fiber, synthetic fiber or natural fiber, anything you can use. Okay, and sometimes I have seen some research article they are using the sheep's hair and other things. Okay, somebody used eggshell as a reinforcement and they checked the properties. Okay, and synthetic fibers, nylon and etc. we have glass fibers and we have E class fiber, C class fiber, S class fiber, etc., etc. Okay, E means electrical resistance, S means super grade. That's it. That's it. High strength fiber. So most of the aerospace applications, C and S, I think they are using, because they have high strength fibers. So they are using S class fiber as a reinforcement, and they're making the composite for aerospace applications. And next, the right side first image, that one is called chopped mat stand fibers, and the bottom side image you can see that is the mat fiber, which is E glass mat fiber. Okay, and these are all the properties why we are going for fibers. Okay, and manufacturing process. So did you guys study the manufacturing process of composites? Did you guys study the manufacturing process of composite?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. So in the manufacturing process, there is 6-7 types are available, but major thing is the hand layup technique. Very easy for your final year project. Also, you can simply purchasing the chemicals from outside. You can sit in your home and you can fabricate your composite plates. Then you can cut the composite plate into denser specimen, 3-point bending specimen, impact stress specimen. Then you can do the analysis and you can submit the result. That's very easy. First thing is you have to make one mold. Okay, then after the mold you have to put releasing agent. After placing the releasing agent, you have to put the matrix resin. Then you have to put the layers or the reinforcement. Okay, then laminate is nothing but you are having the bread and you are going to apply the jam. Okay, then you're going to put one more bread, you're going to apply the jam. So the sequence, bread may be A, jam will be B. So A, B, A, B, A, B. This sequence will come. That's called laminate. Okay, and there is some other word we have to use in the composite, that is sandwich structure. That is exactly looks like the normal sandwich. So top and bottom side will be same. So in a sandwich we are using bun, right? Normal buns. Bottom and top side will be bun. In between we can add anything. Okay, but in laminate we are going to use the same materials again and again up to end time. Okay, so in normally what we will do laminate, first we will apply the releasing agent, then we are putting the matrix or resin, then we are going to put the reinforcement. Okay, then again we will put the resin, then one more reinforcement, till that how much we need. Okay, height of the specimen. So normally it's 5 mm is the standard one. So we will do up to 5 mm thickness. After that we will not do anything. Okay, so nothing to worry. So it's a simple and easy way to fabricate the composite in your home. Otherwise, normally what we will do, we will go for compression molding, and I think this image and machine is showing over here, compression molding machine. So initially compression molding, we have to fill the matrix and reinforcement one by one layer, then we have to give the load and we have to give the temperature also. Okay, so for finding out how much resins or matrix are needed, we have to go for trial and error method within this space. Okay, so after identifying the exact amount of matrix and reinforcement, we have to fill it, then we have to close the chamber, we have to give the heating cycle, how much heat time we have to give, how much time it should be cooled. Okay, then how much time it have to press and hold the load. Okay, so when sufficient time is over, we have to remove the load and we will take the final product. So whatever the composite material you manufacturing, this polymer mat is manufacturing, you have to wait for 24 hours. Okay, then after that only you should remove the things from the mold, then only it will get full strength. Okay, so initially within 1 hour it will start curing, but it is necessary to keep and wait for 24 hours. Okay, that's it. And you can see the process, but initially my reinforcement is taking, normally it's wet, then we going for machine curing, then after the curing is over we are taking. Okay, that is another one is filament winding, and it's nothing but like a filament means small layers, and tungsten filaments as you seen in your normal lights, like that is small wire we are going to take, and that's a continuous stand roving. From that only it is passing through the resin bath and finally it go and placed on the rotating mandrel. If you want to produce any other shape, you can place the shape on the mandrel, so that on that shape surface it will rotate and it will finish. After curing is over, we can take the shell. And the simplest thing to define the composite matrix plus reinforcement is equal to composite. Thermosites and thermoplastics we have. And I told you reinforcement is not necessarily being continuous one. You can use a particle, okay, short fiber, continuous fibers, or you can put layer by layers also. Okay. Some of the metal matrix. Okay. Ceramics matrix, carbon, silicon carbide. Okay. Those are a little bit things. So MMC is as like alloys only, they have to increase the properties. So normal aluminum you can use graphite or silicon to modify the property, especially for increasing the wear resistance. Okay, in the engine piston cylinder arrangement also you can check whether they are using alloy or composites. Okay, so if you are adding 5 to 20% of the silicon with the aluminum, it's hard to machine aluminum. So for my friend, I have did the MTech project along with him. His work was with aluminum, graphite, and silica. He have added aluminum and silica with aluminum materials as a base one, and he casted the specimens and he started doing the machining times. Okay, machine wear rate, material remove rate, everything he calculated, and I know that things it's going to increase the resistance of the aluminum if you are adding up to 20% of graphite with aluminum. Okay, ceramic matrix, and so it's going to increase the ceramics properties. Okay, I told you it's having the higher thermal resistance, and sometimes if you are unable to join, if it is broken into two pieces unable to join, if you are making as a ceramics matrix composites, it is possible because the composite material which added inside the matrix will ready to bind the two pieces when you are keep on applying the heat and load, then it will become a single piece. So easy repairable also possible with ceramic matrix composites. Okay, carbon composite is the best composite. And let me ask one question. So most of the bulletproof suits are manufactured by which composite material? Check the answer in the net, and next class you have to tell it to me. Okay, this is the portions that I have told you. So the top peak, those things are manufactured by ceramics, not with the metallics materials. Okay, and normal ceramics applications, and you know that China pingans, China clay products, and the teacups which is used in your home or canteen, also yeah, ceramics only. They have good aesthetic look, good corrosion resistant, good thermal resistant, less in weight, brittle in nature. Okay, we cannot repair it easily, but we can mold it into any shape. Okay, and today's topic is over. So any other doubts or clarifications from your side?
Have you uploaded the PPT?
If you want, you just take it, no problem. I'll prepare it. I'll give it.
So the ceramics are used on the outside of space shuttle also, not on the end on the top.
I'm
But
not getting
on
little bit.
so
Little bit.
like when the Kalpana Chawla got died in the space shuttle accident, so it was due to the ceramic only that it heated and some part was lost. So the whole space
Delaminated.
shuttle is covered with
That
ceramic.
part was delaminated.
Yes, so the whole space shuttle is covered with ceramics.
No, not whole.
Outside
Not
linings, sir. Outside linings,
whole
sir.
the things. Okay, remember, I told you ceramics are light in weight, but best thermal resistant, but they have brittle in nature. So in the spaceship, they will figure out where the compression forces are act. On those particular part only they will give. Not bending load, not tensile load, fatigue load, etc. Okay, so these are all the
Okay.
properties which limiting the applications of all the materials. If you take normal aerospace application also, aeroflight also, flight to construction also, we are using some particular parts manufactured by composites and ceramics, etc. Remaining parts still we are using material because of the fluctuation of load and other things. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please make sure my previous attendance.
Which one?
Prince Raj.
Okay.
Sir, you told me that
Hmm?
join before 2 minutes ago class.
Okay. So any other questions or any discussions?
No, sir.
Okay.
Everything is clear.
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Then
please
we
share
can.
PPT.
Huh?
Share PPT.
Okay, I will share the PPT. No problem. Hmm. Okay, then you can leave. I already taken the attendance. You can leave the class. No problem.